Hi and welcome everybody, it's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. So I'd like you to choose some colours please. Who's watching live? If you're watching on the replay, welcome. This is not a live video anymore. But please do feel free to comment if there's any suggestions you want to make or... Oh! That's interesting. How did that happen? That's an interesting texture. Oh. Yeah, how bizarre. Oh well. There we go, might use that. Anyway, yes, so please go ahead and say hello, where you're coming from and what colours you would like to see me use. So I mainly want to be using Pop of Petals. I had a request on my Artful Stampin space to use this one. I thought I might team it with Soft Spring as it's something that I've not done before. And yeah, just needs a few colour scheme ideas. Are there maybe a colour scheme that you've seen? I do know Colour Challenge has got quite a good colour scheme at the moment. So, oh, Vicky, I don't know if you're on a computer. Could you just quickly look that one up for me? I'm also just grabbing my cloth and spray because I know I need that, and a few ink pads that I haven't put away yet. Hello, hello. Hi, Jill. Hi, Steph. Hi, Betty. Nice to see you guys. Hi, Alison from Leicester, not too far from me. Grapefruit Grove, Grey Granite and Granny Apple Green. Ooh. Okay. Let's have a look what that looks like together. Grapefruit Grove, Granny Apple and Grey Granite. Yes, apparently there is going to be a sale. I've not checked my Stampin' Up updates. But yeah, there is going to be a sale. Okay, so these ones. Is there any other colours you want to just throw? Did you say grey granite? Is there another one that you'd like to put into that one? Yeah, Leicester's about... Oh, it's beyond Birmingham actually. 2.5 hours I think from me. But closer than some of the other guys who are on here right now. Vicky, could you please look up on SU Colour Challenge what the colour scheme is at the moment for November? I think it's got like a red, blue, green. It's really quite bright and vibrant. So, yeah. Right, so I don't know how I got that mucky stuff on there, but anyway, turn it over. Always two sides, isn't there? And I did have an idea for creating some sort of trellis. And so what I'll do is I'll start with that because it's in my head. And it's always good to start with what's in your head first. Get it out your system and then kind of get on with it really. Hi Louisa, hi Randy, hi Sheila. Just going to grab some blocks. I was trying to be and put them away and then decided to come on. I know I don't usually do a Sunday, but I just needed a bit of stamping therapy. So let's have a look. I'm thinking of sort of trying to create a trellis look. So I'm looking for something that's long. So I think this will be a good stamp because this is quite a long one. And I'm thinking of creating a bit of a trellis design. So I'm going to do it with the grey to start. Macaron, Rococo Rose and Seaside Spray. Oh, that's nice, Jill. Okay, hold that thought. Oh, there's a stamp falling out. I'll pop that there so I don't lose it. So my idea is to kind of create a kind of trellisy pattern. I'm stamping off because it's quicker. not stamping off, doing second generation stamping, because yeah, it is just quicker. Saves you having to go back to the ink pad. But the secondary outcome of that is that you end up with a bit more texture and depth to what you're creating. So you can do this with any kind of stamp that's slightly elongated. You know, whatever you've got, you know, a stem, anything like that. It's just to help with some markings. And then kind of go across, connect them all up. Ooh, Steph, thanks for the update. That sounds pretty intense. The disc above your coccyx has gone, so nerve is getting hit by spine. So that would account for your level of pain, wouldn't it? Vanessa says, did my first one sheet wonder class on Saturday. Had a great time and loved the technique. Awesome. Good. Well, I hope they get as much enjoyment out of it as I do and you guys do. Sorry, I've realised it's gone a bit wonky. Where's that going? Yeah. Never mind. Try and claw it back a little bit. Well, anyway, you get the idea. Hi Wendy, lovely to see you. Okay, so we're just creating this little bit of a trellis kind of idea with this. And then let's bring some flowers in. So I think I'll go for fairly solid flower. Now I've got a feeling that this needs a clean. I'm looking at it and it's like, looks like I used it and didn't clean it last time, which is a very real possibility. I'm a bit naughty sometimes about cleaning my stamps. I wouldn't normally stamp with a stamping mat with the rubber stamps, but I thought I might be using photopolymer, so I'll just pop it there. And no poppies. Not yet, Wendy. I thought it might be a bit too cheeky of me to do some paper already inspired by the Spring Summer catalogue. So for those of you who haven't seen it yet, the Spring Summer catalogue has landed on the table. I have a lot of demonstrators. So we're all kind of like, really like taking it all in. And I've had more than one person say to me, oh, there's some paper in it that is just like so your style. You could have made it. So I did think I might try and recreate it at some point. But surely I should at least let Stampin' Up! Try selling some of the papers before I start recreating it. Oh, I didn't mean to do this section. Well, I'm just mindlessly stamping, okay? I'm not thinking about it too hard. Oh, good, Ellie. Yeah, it was nice for us who didn't go to the on-stage event to feel like part of the excitement. I really did value that. Oh, I don't like this stem. I'm inking too much, so I'm not really. You see, I don't like it when it has too much of a stem. It looks like the leaf is floating around. That's me. I like these leaves really tucked in. That's a bit too tucked in, but I have seen some sporty stuff. I don't know if it's in the UK catalogue. Yes, yeah, no, we get the same catalogue as you American guys. Yep. Yeah, there's some really good sporty stuff. There's got a golf set, which is, let's let's face it, it's hardly a sport, is it? Okay, all the golfing people will now kill me. Yeah, I mean, I'm not terrifically into golf, and I don't know many people who are, so it won't really be a set on my wish list. However, there was another set that I thought was just fabulous. Although I'm not a runner myself, I have plenty of friends who are into running. And there's a set that's got runners and swimmers and cyclists. Oh yes, that's a triathlon, isn't it? And I have friends that do all of those. I have a friend whose son is aiming towards being in the next Paralympics, and he's like amazing swimmer. And actually he's got 3 brothers, and the older and the younger brother do a lot of swimming competitions. So bless her, she's a real swimmer mum. She's always off doing various swimming meets, and I can just imagine if I show her that stamp set, she's just gonna go crazy, because it's actually a really nice swimmer in it. So I've sandboxed, thanks to them for getting it to us. I'm not keen on the orientation of this one. Yeah, I don't know why they've orientated it like that. I don't know whether it's just to make it stand out or what, but yeah, I'm not sure about the orientation either. Don't tell the Scots that, lol. They originated golf, didn't they? Yeah, I know. Sorry, I wasn't being a bit rude then, wasn't I? Thank you, Randy. Sorry, I forgot to ask people to share. Yeah, please do share this video out. It's not going to be a super long one today. I just was like hanging some washing and was just like, I'm desperate to do some stamping. I just need to get it out of my system. So that, for those of you who've seen the Paris suite, that looks very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, please may I be allowed to use some Peekaboo Peach Mist on this? Who was it that gave me the suggestion for this? I need some lighter flowers to dot around. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. Oh, not Peekaboo Peach. What did I mean? Petal Pink. Peekaboo Peach is not in it anymore, is it? That was from the previous year. Hi, Ivy. What's the colours you've been using? Is that Macaron? No, it's Granny Apple Green, Grey Granite, and Grapefruit Grove for the flowers. But I'm just about to use Petal Pink. And I'm using Pop of Petals stamp set. Just wanted to fill in these areas that I didn't then do the flowers and the leaves. Okay. I don't know how to use that one. Such a cute stamp, this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you see. It all helps towards pushing my channel forward and getting a wider audience. So if you think you have friends who may like this kind of video, please do share it out with them. And remember to hit the bell button if you want to be notified of when I go live or when I have a new video. And of course, if you are in the UK or in France, Germany, Austria and Holland, you can buy the products that you see me using, because as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you're able to buy through me. And these products are not available in the shops. They are exclusive to demonstrator suppliers. We are, we have a contract with Stampin' Up! In order to supply you guys with these products. So you will get them occasionally secondhand on certain websites. And there are also terrible websites who stock pirate copies. But just to let you know, they are inferior. Thank you, Linda. She gave me a call. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. A cool super chat. Yeah, they've started doing these funny little I don't know what they call them, pictograms, emojis. They're super cool. Thank you. And if you'd like to support my channel by doing what Linda's just doing, that's lovely. And also, I have a PayPal donate button as well. And all the money that's donated via those two ways I put towards a little fund to buy stamps. So I've already made a bit of a list of what I like in the new catalogue. And it comes to about £300. But you guys helped me get quite a good way towards it with my last set of lives. So that was good. So super stickers, that's it, super stickers. Yeah. Ah, Steph, prayers are sending for your healing. Amen, amen, amen. Thanks, Karen. Right, I don't really want to do much more to this. I think that's quite pretty. Apart from perhaps, personally, I'd want to put a little bit of texture into the background. I'll get you in a bit closer so you can see it. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of tempted to maybe do a little bit of grungy background or a bit of very Versailles or something like that. That's possibly what I would do, but I don't think you need to. So okay, Linda, happy with that? Right, so there was another colour scheme that someone suggested earlier, something with mint macaron. Just trying to find it, sorry. Oh, can someone, who was it that suggested them? Was it mint macaron and... Ah, Jill, thanks Jill. Mint macaron, Rococo Rose and Seaside Spray. Mint mac. Seaside Spray. Rococo Rose. Very pretty. Very pretty. Yeah. Right, another sheet of paper. Where's my paper gone? Oh, there it is. Right, so the other stamp set that I wanted to have a little play with in combination with Pop of Petals was Soft Spring. And it was more to create a bit of some added, a different type of texture, because the design for Pop of Petals is very defined apart from that stamp there and that one. These are kind of almost chalky, painterly design, these two, whereas all these others are very bold, kind of defined designs, whereas this one is trying to emulate this kind of watercolor effect. So I thought it would be nice to have maybe this like as a softer kind of backgroundy texture. So let's have a go with that and see what happens. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to very quickly clean off some of these stamps. So, hi Freedom. Yeah, I just done your sensible list. Well done. Yeah, no, I was very reserved. There was plenty in there that I'd love. But yeah, I do a kind of initial, I have a look through it all. Then I went through and put my post-it notes in. And then I added it up, and then I went back and went, oh, maybe not that instead, and maybe not that. And then, yeah, we'll see. Hi, Tony. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. Is this your first time on my channel? We like to do a big shout out welcome to anybody that's new. So do so if it's the first time you've either come to my channel, or if you've first time you've come onto a live. We've got lots of people. I mean, it says that there's 40 people watching, but I'm not quite sure how true that is. But certainly we've got a few people here who are super friendly and, you know, really great at welcoming everybody. So do say hello. Hi, Carol Blahuta. I'm here from South Australia. Your first live. Hey, welcome, Carol. Lovely to see you. Big heart to you. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you see. Okay, so we're going to go in with mint macaron, Seaside Spray and Rococo Rose. Please let me know if you're new to Stampin' Up as well, if you've never come across Stampin' Up before, because you may have particular bits of information that you would like to have. All right, so I'm going to go and try with that lattice configuration again, but maybe not so tight in. So let's just kind of do a slightly more looser. Actually, I wonder if I might end up just doing diagonals. I think I might just do that. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, let's just do two big diagonals to start off with, and then go from there. So I really love making these great big one sheet wonders because it's so therapeutic and a great way to use our stamps in a, you know, a creative way. You see, even that I just think is so pretty already. So, hi Betty. Yeah, you just missed the first one now. Oh, thank you, Tony. Not the first time, but hello to you anyway. Right, so mint macaron is down. Let's get some other texture in here. We've got these lovely leaves. So if you're in the UK and you'd like Soft Spring, it's a Hostess stamp set, but if you do shop with me, then there is a way in which you can earn most of it, or if not all of it, for free. So do just contact me and let me know if it's what you do want. I've got a bit of a boober one there. How did I do that? I have noticed there's something on the market. It's like a little it's like a little, very like a drill stroke sander that Jennifer Maguire uses. That if she's done a bit of a boo-boo, she sands it off. I mean, I know you can use a, what's it called, a sand eraser, can't you? This one's not a very good sand eraser. I do have one. That's a bit better. I believe I saw part of the sale coming up that includes inks. Oh, that's good to know, because I do want some more inks. Although I was trying to save my pennies for the new catalogue. And as a demonstrator, during December, I get to earn celebration items. So I really want to have loads of celebration stuff to share with you. So I might just end up saving my pennies for that. When does it start? I just got 5 new inks. Ooh, Ali loves a sand eraser. Oh, excellent. Inks and papers 15% off. That's quite good, isn't it? That's very good. Okay, I think I'm going to use one of my favourite flowers in this. I love this line drawing, very fine line drawing one here. The sand eraser is a Tombow Mono eraser. The Earth & Cheese is an electric pencil eraser. Hobby Lobby has one too. Ooh, thanks for letting me know that, Jenny. Okay, I'm just making sure this is well inked up. Yep. Okay, going in there, and then I'm going to do a stamp off version. I'm going to try and alternate how I'm stamping it so it doesn't get too boring. Okay. Can you guys see this all right? I sometimes worry that this lighting is too harsh. But it could be that my tablet is just a little bit too bright. How do I change the light on this? Oh, I don't know. It's my daughter's tablet. These are gorgeous colours together. Yes, very gorgeous. Oh, 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 gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so that was Rococo Rose. So we've got Seaside Spray to go. I'm thinking, what about using this little thing here to create some little kind of floral elements poking out from the petals. So I don't know if you can see the design of this. It's sort of 3 elements like that, and they're actually designed to go inside here. Sorry, the lighting. These are designed to sit on top of here, but because it's got that natural spacing here, I'm using that to fit in on the petal there. Right. And I'm stamping again as well, doing 2-step, not 2-step. Second generation. Oh, all these terms I have in my head, I get all a bit muddled up sometimes. Oh, happy birthday, Betty! Happy birthday. Oh, am I allowed to sing happy birthday? Will I get penalised? I better not sing it. YouTube have this way of analysing videos and they can pick up music, and if it's copyrighted music, I can't monetize. Anyway, so I'll sing out of key. Oh. Send Betty some cake emojis. Can you send emojis in your comments? I think you can. Cake, party poppers, you know, make her feel loved. Heart emojis. Absolutely. Yay, cake emojis. I know, I do love that about Stampin' Up and stamping. It just brings a whole group of people together, you know, and it's one of the things I've loved about being part of church community as well, because I lived in Nigeria until I was 9. My parents were missionaries, and we then came back to the UK, and my own, you know, biological grandma on my mum's side lived, you know, hundreds and hundreds, thousands of miles away in Malaysia, and my dad's mum passed away when he was 4, so I never knew her, and so I didn't actually have any biological grandparents, but being a part of a church community meant I had loads of grandparents, which was lovely, and so it's so precious to be able to have those such important relationships with people, even though they are in a different, you know, generation to yourself. You know, I've never had a problem socialising and being friends with people who are in a different age range to me at all. You know, I love it. I love learning and sharing and hearing about people's lives, and you know, I think because every generation has something to offer to another generation, doesn't it? You know, although sometimes we might misunderstand each other or not quite see things in the same way, it doesn't mean that we are any less value or, you know, haven't got anything to teach. Oh, you're Malaysian. Hi, Ivy. I'm half Malaysian. My mother is Chinese Malay. Well, was. She's British now, but a lot of my family live in Ipoh. I didn't grow up with grandparents either. We moved to Australia when I was nearly 4. Ah, one of your best friends is 93. Awesome. So, what's the question about flowers? Oh, no, right. Okay, yeah, they're the little flowers. You don't have emojis, Sheila. You should be able to. When you go to chat, click on the little face. Click on the face and then you get these emojis pop up. Oh, I don't know how to get back out of that now. Okay. Kampar. Where is Kampar? Or do you mean Kuala Lumpur? You do mean Kampar, don't you? Thank you, Linda. Alright, now I'm going to stamp with my favourite stamp. One of my favourite stamps out of this set. And it's this one here. Now, I think by going over this now with in Mint Macaron, having the softness of all those other stamps there now, this is going to just look gorgeous. How do you... Ah, and Perak. Okay, where Ipoh is. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. It's been a long time since I've been there. Hi, Steph. You'll speak to... Yeah, me too. Yeah, we're all from one race, aren't we? Human. We're all human. Right, I'm just going to wipe off the bottom of this because I feel like it's a bit too much there. You know what? I think I need to re-ink my Mint Macaron. I think that would help. The other thing about getting on with people is the idea that we have to perhaps all agree all the time to actually get on. I think we're losing the art of actually understanding that people have different viewpoints and dare I say it, even people who have viewpoints that you might really, really, really disagree with. You know, there are times where you can set aside perhaps your emotional reaction to what they're saying. Even you might find their views absolutely abhorrent. Actually, what helps to make the world a slightly better place is like taking the time to try and understand where they're coming from, even though you might not completely agree with them. I mean, it's not, yeah, you don't have to be best friends, but I think, you know, I just feel, and so many people are saying this at the moment, that the world is becoming so polarised that you only tend to talk to the people that you agree with. So what it does, it just ends up creating an even more closed society. So, yeah, absolutely. I lived in Malaysia for 3 years on Borneo and Brunei. Cool, Wendy. Oh, you don't get a face, just your keyboard. Ah, okay. That's fine. I think different devices enable different things. Okay, so what are you thinking of this lovely swirly leaf? Is it working for you? Fair enough. I think that's why crafters get on so well together. We appreciate each other's talents, but we all accept that we have different tastes, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's a good point, Ellie. Oh yeah, I mean, if someone says or does something too that's really, you know, then you have to decide, okay, I'm not putting up with that. Okay, I think I'm done. Is there anything else you guys want to see on this? Oh, look, there is that pretty little dragonfly. But a word of caution on that. I would actually leave the dragonfly until you've cut it up and you've decided what you're doing. I wouldn't just go in there and start stamping the dragonfly, because you know, you might then cut it up and go, I didn't want that dragonfly there, I wanted it somewhere else. So hold your horses with anything like flying things. Just leave it be. Right, I'm not going to cut this up in front of you, because sometimes it is nice for me to actually take photos of what I've done and leave them whole to show you. So yeah, I think I'll do just one more, and I just want to do a design that goes across the middle to do some bookmarks with. Although I sometimes say that, okay, just one more, and then I get another idea. Do you want to, I wasn't sure in the beginning about the red flowers, but it looks lovely now. Oh, they're the Rococo Rose flowers. They're not red. I don't know if it's coming out red on yours, but Karen, I took some of the One Sheet Wonders to swap it on stage, all influenced by you. Oh, that's sweet. Good advice there, Ruth. I'm giggling as I listen, having made some goofy moves myself. Oh, Sheila wants a bit of a sigh. You want a bit of a sigh in there, Sheila? All right, then. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to put a bit of that in. Vicky, did you grab that? Did anyone go to the SU Colour Challenge Facebook thing and find out what the colours were? Is anyone on here a member of the SU Colour Challenge? I'm just going to grab the sigh while you let me know. The little set of three comes from Pop of Petals. Oh, you're not in a group. Ah, okay. Ooh. Oh well, I'll just have to go with that. Okay, what other colours do you want to see me use? Did anyone get Purple Posy? Has anyone had an issue with it yet? I know some of you did get hold of it, and I know it's not available anymore, so I'm a bit reluctant to use it. However, someone made the point on I think it might have been on my Facebook group, saying actually sometimes it is nice to use up stuff that's retired. So would you like me to just see what it's like, or you want me to use current stuff? Blueberry Bushel, yep, happy to use that. You want that added into the mix? They look good. Okay, I won't use it then. It's alright, I'll make the decision not to use it. Some are like, yes, use it. You would like to see me use it. Okay. Well, okay. Okay. I'll use it, but if you haven't got it, as someone just rightly pointed out, Highland Heather stamped off a few times is kind of Purple Posy. I don't as yet have a problem with it, but apparently some people after a while did. So Stampin' Up had to make the decision to pull it, because it would, yeah, they don't like to have things that you know not as good quality as they would like it to be. Okay, so let's have a look at what else we have here in Soft Spring and what I haven't used in this so far. I haven't used that one. If anyone's got any particular ones that you'd like. Oh, Vanessa. Oh, sorry. I haven't had any notification. Vanessa, sorry. And yeah, and on my device up here, it's just registered the one. So no, it hasn't come through, Vanessa. I'm not quite sure. Different people are saying different things. That it goes a bit funny after a while. Yeah. So right, I'm just having a think what I'd like to do. Okay, let me just clean these off. Sorry, I'm dithering. Dither. Clean these off, then we can get started. Oh, hi Cindy. Yeah, I was doing Sunday school this morning with the kids and we were doing about the Passover after Moses. And so last night when I read the Sunday school material, I was like, oh, I know what, I'll just get the kids to make bread because I've done it before with them. So what I do is in my bread machine, I just do it on the dough setting. So I make the dough, then I take it to church, and by the time we actually get round to doing it, the dough's risen, so I don't have to wait for it to rise again. But of course, the whole thing about the Passover was that they didn't put yeast in the dough. So I had to kind of backtrack and go, well, the bread they would have made would have been more like chapatis, more like flatbread, which actually would have been easier to make with you guys, but never mind. So they were very accommodating. But then what we did was, as soon as the last song was being sung at church, we put the oven on and we put the bread straight in for them to be cooked there and then, because often if you give stuff to kids for kids to do when they get home, it will never get done. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to make it easier for the mums and dads. Just give it to them cooked and they can just eat it and they'll be happy. So yeah, and then the kitchen smelled amazing, or church smelled amazing. It was like, oh, fresh bread, yummy. You like my cleaning style? It's kind of, yeah, raggedy-boo. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. That's really kind of you. Hi, Nydia. Hello, everybody. No, you've missed 2, but I catch the replay. Please go back and watch the replay. No worries. We're just having a bit of a chill out stamp, to be honest. I know I shouldn't do it, but I watched the interview with Prince Andrew and this whole thing with Jeffrey Epstein. It just makes me so sad and so cross, but I can't stop watching it, and I just had to stop and get my mind off it. And I ended up listening to a sermon online, and then I thought I'd come on and do some stamping because it just makes me crotchety. But oh yeah, taking bread machines into family service before now. Excellent. No, I don't know why I'm using that one. I don't want to use that one just yet. Oh, mint mac. Get some mint mac on. So you've heard that the ink doesn't flow properly after a while. Ah, okay, there we go. So I'm just stamping kind of in between these purple sections I've done, because although it's nice to have some crossover, overlapping, if you have too much of it, it can just look muddy and murky. So that's why I'm kind of aiming. You see, I'm aiming for in between the purples. Okay, I'm happy with that. Oh, beautiful, aren't they? So they reminds me of wisteria. Okay, so I'm deliberately going to try and not ink up a lot of the stem, that bottom stem of this, and I'm not going to make it meet up. I want it to be separate to this stamp, even though they are designed to go together. I know that, but I'm aiming for it not to be part of it. I've got a bread machine. I don't use it as it's German and I can't find an English manual for it, mind you. It's about 20 years old. Oh, Steph. Are you keeping it for sentimental reasons now then, or would you like to use it? Does it just have like numbers or like codes on it or something? I'm sure if you Googled it, you would find online forums of people that have owned it. Because 20 years ago, Yahoo groups were like all the rage. That was the way we kind of communicated with each other, wasn't it? That was the way we shared lots of ideas. This was before Pinterest and Facebook and stuff. So, or there may even be a Facebook group about it. So don't give up. I'm sure you'll probably find. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you. I love you being here too. So yeah, I wouldn't give up. Just keep looking. Keep looking because you may find it. Right, let's go in and I think jazz this up now with some blueberry bushel. Anyone got a particular flower they'd like to see me use? I'm kind of inclined to go with that one because it's kind of like a bit softer. Those are pretty colours on the last stamping you've done. What, this one or the one before? You remember those Yahoo groups, yeah. You haven't used this one. Ah, okay. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be big and bold. Woo! And I wasn't wrong. Oh, I didn't ink that up properly. Can't even find the make online anymore, so it's on your workshop for decorative purposes to make me look like a baker. I love it, Steph. Steph, put it away and get yourself a new one, girl. Because there's nothing quite like the smell of freshly baked bread. And also the knowledge that I'm making, well, I've taught my husband how to do it now because it literally takes 5 minutes before we go to bed to put it on. And to know that all these, you're not putting loads of extra yeast and preservatives and rubbish into our bodies. So right, now because I've done that with this blue, I think we're going to have to add some extra bits of blue in there somewhere else, but very soft effect. So I'm going to start with this long one here just to see how this kind of changes things up a little bit. So I'm just going to do that. See what happens. Right, I like that design. I've missed it. You're popular this morning, are you, Betty? You're busy, girl. Have people been calling you? Well, that's the beauty of YouTube, isn't it? You can go back and watch it. The thing I find weird, though, about watching a video after it's gone live, knowing that you could have been in on the live and you could have been part of the chatter, but you're now not. That is just like, that messes with my head. There we go, Steph. You see, everybody's on you. Get a bread maker. Karen, did you get to an on stage? Right, so I've used it in all its glory with a long stem, but now I'm actually going to clean that bit off. And I want to use this now with a short stem. Yes, this is still blueberry bushel. Yep. It's a pretty hefty colour, this. It's a pretty bold colour. So I'm half inking this now because I love these little bubbly kind of berry looking things, and I want these tucked in really close, and I don't want that big stem getting in the way. So I'm inking it up, just about 2/3 of it, I would say. I'm inking it. And you can see the difference. It's nice having it tucked in a bit closer. And because it's rubber, you can stamp it like 5 times and it still shows. It's really nice. Shock horror, I haven't used Beautiful Friendship yet on this. You had so much fun, you lost your voice. Karen says, you have to check out my video of onstage goodies. Oh, yes, please. I'd love to check that out. I must admit, I do chat with myself on the replays. What, you talk to... So you watch the replay of yourself chatting and then you talk back to yourself? That's so funny. It's hard not being able to comment when you want. Yep. Yep. Right, this is Seaside Spray, which is not far off, I'd say, Blueberry Bushel stamped off a few times. So let's get some of this Seaside Spray. Look at that. That is Seaside Spray and that is Blueberry Bushel stamped off 3 times. Just goes to show you don't need to buy all the colours. If you like your blues, get Blueberry Bushel and it will do you so many shades. I'm not saying it's exactly the same. Okay, that is not what I'm saying. But it is close enough that if you wanted your ink pads to go further, you can get away with using Blueberry Bushel stamped off 3 times. I only got to 1 stage. Yes, we met, didn't we, Ellie? Yeah. Yeah, she came stalking. She stalked us. Ellie, was that the one where we were dressed up? I can't remember. Was that Telford? Oh, sorry. Okay, like I feel I need to put more mint macarons into this, and I do have this lovely solid leaf that I adore. The next one is in Utah next November. Pretty Peacock and Seaside Spray, if we couldn't use by me stamping them off. Oh, this, what, you stamp off this one? And Pretty Peacock. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm tucking these little leaves now, right in there, inside that leaf, that petal. So only 2 blues you have. Pretty Peacock and Seaside Spray. Awesome. If you get the chance to get another one, unless you want to go down the what I would call aqua route, like Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay. Well, if you do want to go down that route, get Bermuda Bay. Don't get Coastal Cabana to start off with, because you can stamp off Bermuda Bay. Or I'd say something like Blueberry Bushel or Pacific Point. Oh, we weren't dressed up for 2007. No, we were dressed up for 2018. Yep. Because it was the 30th anniversary of Stampin' Up. So the theme was kind of pearl, do you remember? And so we went as like flapper girls and had pearls and stuff. It was super fun. Okay, I'm at the point now I'm like, don't know where to stop. It is pretty. Too light, says Sheila. What's too light? This colour? Is that because you can't see it? that better? You can see where it's at. Oh, stuff, yes, please go and sleep. Yeah, go and sleep. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in. I just need to put a bit more green in between some of these blues, because I don't like seeing all this white in between the in between these blue petals. I don't like it. I don't like it. There we go, that's better. Right, what else have we got? Rococo. Oh, very Versailles. Oops. Should I do that in the purple posy? Sleep tight stuff. Stamping off Seaside Spray. Oh, like that, stamped off. What about Purple Posy stamped off? Wish they would bring out more punches. Oh, they're bringing out punches all the time, Vanessa. Vanessa, have you heard about the new catalogue? Right, I'll show you the front of... So this is the front of the Celebration catalogue. Look, I've got my tabs in here already. Can you see that? You see, I'm going to show you the front of the catalogue. Look, 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 look. Look at that. Oh. Going now. Thanks for your beautiful pages. Oh, you're welcome. Take care, Carol. Lovely to see you. Look. So one of the freebies for Celebration is a stamp set that matches that flower punch and a punch as well. So that is, apparently that's going to carry through to the main catalogue. So if you don't get it during Celebration, you'll get it. It'll be available in June. But look, look how cute that is. Look, 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 look. Yes, it does. It's very similar to Petite Petals, but Petite Petals had a point. This bit wasn't rounded off. So, yeah, super gorgeous. You're going to be so mad at me. I received 5 stamp sets. Not at all, Karen. You stamp ahead, girl. Get ahead. Right, did someone... So one person wanted me to stamp off in Seaside Spray. You know what, I'm going to do a bit of both. I'm going to do a bit of... I'll do half and half. Purple Posy on one side and... Oh, I'll get this... Let me get this correct on here. Yes, come on, Karen. Tell us what you got. Oh, that's so yummy. That is so yummy. I know you guys probably can't see that very well, but I will show you in detail in a second. Right, I need to clear a space here to do stamping off. Right, stamp off. They are good value, actually. Stampin' Up events. They obviously do cost us to go. They're not free. However, I would say I end up coming back with the same value in product that I spent paying for the event. So from my point of view, it's kind of worth it. Missing the green. Right there. Right, I'm much more chilled out now. Thank you everybody for indulging me and coming on and watching. I'm not saying I'm hungry, but I thought I could smell pilau rice. Oh, don't say that, Ellie. You'll make me want to warm up my... my in-laws were over for lunch today because they don't live near us. They live a few hours away, but they came up for church and came for lunch. So, of course, I try and, make sure, dinner was nice. So I've got into making these siu pao buns that my auntie makes in Australia, and I got the recipe from her. So we made those, but I cheat and use ready roll pastry. Then I did a dish that I call smelly pork, which is pork, belly pork cut up, and then it's basically tomato ketchup, tomato ketchup, then soy sauce, sesame oil, honey, the smelly fish paste stuff, shrimp paste, and is there anything else that goes into it? Oh, I forgot to put 5-spice sauce in it. There's 5-spice powder, but sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Anyway, really yummy. And then I did a chicken, like a ginger chicken, Chinese ginger chicken dish. Anyway, we have some left over with rice in a bowl. And now you've mentioned the pilau rice. I'm like, never mind. Yeah, exactly, Ellie. Well, this one wasn't puff. It was short crust. So I need to get into making my own short crust. So, Karen, I want Mountain Air. Oh, that stamp set is amazing. Beautiful. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Mountain Air. There's a stamp set coming out called Mountain Air, and the stamps are about this big. It's the size of our biggest, longest block, and it's a mountainscape, and the dies cut out the scape and two beautiful kind of like pine type trees. Oh, it is beautiful, and it's that reverse stamping, so you can stick it. Well, like a bit like, actually, if you've ever done that, that's quite fun to do, where you stick your stamp on the other way round. So you stamp that section. That's quite fun to do. Anyway, it's kind of designed to do that so that you get the two designs. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I will not tell you, but you can guess what that punch reminds me of. Let me just, preface it with, I help run a breastfeeding support group. Umbrellas. There we go. That's all I'm going to say. 2 different sized umbrellas. We're all different. There we go. Right, so just a recap. We've had this one, which used very Versailles, Pop of Petals, and Soft Spring. Those 3. Okay. And then the colours that we used were Blueberry Bushel, Seaside Spray, Purple Posy, Rococo Rose, and Mint Macaron. Then the previous one, so that's number 3. This is number 2. So let's grab what we used for that one. Seaside Spray, Rococo Rose, and Mint Macaron. And then we used Soft Spring and Pop of Petals. Okay. Then number 1. This one here, which in hindsight I think I would have done the flowers in a slightly darker colour, because I don't really, the whole point of the trellis was that it was supposed to be behind, or I may use, perhaps would you do the trellis in a lighter colour? That is possibly what I would do. But this was my first one, and sometimes you just need to have, if you have an idea for something, you just need to get on and try it and see if it works, because until you actually try it, you can't figure out whether it works or doesn't work. It will just always be this fantasy in your head. So you need to get it down. And even though I'm a little bit disappointed with it, it's not a waste, because then it's taught me a lesson. So it's all good. Granny apple green, Petal Pink and Grey Granite. And again, Pop of Petals. Actually, no, it was just Pop of Petals, that one. That is all Pop of Petals. So, yeah, just goes to show what you can get out of this. Now, I do have, if you particularly like this stamp and you like just stamping, if you go to my channel and search for Pop of Petals, I did a bit of a review of this stamp set when it first came out, and I have to say, it's still to this day, I love the cards that I made for that video. I really do. The colours and everything just worked so well. So I really do love this stamp set, and teaming it with other leafy designs and stuff. So there we go. Right, there we go. Yes, you could do. Yeah, quite. Of course you could, Ali. So you could cut this up into making your card, and then stamp and punch ones and just place them over the top. That would work. Of course it would. They're all beautiful. Thank you, Sherry. I have to watch it. Number 2 is gorgeous. And one, oh no, it's so pretty and symmetrical. Absolutely. So a huge thank you for those of you who super chat me. That's come through now. Vanessa, if you go to my channel, the link is on there, or actually in my description below. So if you check out, I'm going to turn that way. I know this is a bit weird, but oh no, it doesn't do it that way. So if you go to my description below, it says support my channel, and then there's a link, so it's kind of highlighted it in blue there. So if you just literally look at the description below, and if you look at the description of probably any video in the last, say, week, definitely in the last week, if not 2 weeks, there's a link there. So thank you so much, I really appreciate it. And yeah, keep stamping, guys, keep stamping. I have to say, I do love how this one's turned out. That probably is my favourite too, but it's been fun to do these other ones as well. Ta-da! So 1, 2 and 3. Oh, that's quite nice, that screenshot. Right, I was only going to be on here for half an hour, but I really enjoyed it, and it's really calmed me down. So thank you very much, everybody. Take care and God bless. Have a great weekend. Bye.